Whoops! Well, I accidentally pressed the play button again. So I mean the record button again. Record button in my room. So I guess you guys are gonna see a little bit of this for a second. But yeah, I took it back to my room because my living room was kind of dull for a while editing. Anyway. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Or let's see if this is live. Doesn't look like it has a set time, so... Vlog, take 2. Okay, so I can't find the list of things that you're supposed to say on your vlogs, but I'm going to try to talk as loudly as I possibly can so it kind of shows up on the video. I have a kind of monotone voice and doesn't get heard too often, so I'm kind of a quiet guy. Hey Pokemon Amino. It's nameless here. At least that's how you guys would probably know me. Some of you might know me from the VGC doubles battles. I'm always on double battles. You might know me as In-Game Rev. Let's see. Where do I start? Well, a little bit about me. My name's Nathan Chafin. I'm from a small town in Mineola, Texas. I grew up there, lived there for 19 years, and then moved to Wharton, New Jersey in 2009 to pursue a career in cartooning. I went to the Joe Kubert School in downtown Dover, New Jersey, and been here ever since. So, a couple things I like to do. I like to draw, for one. I don't draw Pokemon, so don't even bother asking. It's just not my thing. I prefer storytelling. I'm hugely into comic books, if you couldn't tell, if I haven't mentioned it before. I'm all about comic books and comic book related stuff. I love anime and manga. A couple of my favorite anime. Huge Full Metal Alchemist fan. Huge. The philosophy of equivalent exchange and all that stuff. Nicholas Flamel. I follow all of his stuff. I've read a lot of his diary entries and stuff like that. And I just find the whole alchemy idea fascinating alone, let alone all the internal stuff that goes on it. The original series, not so much Brotherhood. I like Brotherhood fine. I think more Full Metal is better than no Full Metal. But I like the original series just a tad bit better. I think it kind of comes full circle that way. Another couple favorite animes, Rurouni Kenshin. Hugely in the Rurouni Kenshin. Anything from the Toonami block. Dragon Ball Z made my childhood. The Toonami block in general. Block. The Ronin Warriors, what else on there? Hell, even Sailor Moon, everything on the Toonami block was totally up my alley, and I still watch it today. Right now I'm watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Parasite the Maximum, which is really popular right now. Attack on Titan, all that good stuff. But, you know, another one of my favorite anime is Wolves Reign. If you haven't seen Wolves Reign, it's a Bones product. Should go out and watch that immediately. I can't suggest it enough. Some of the best voice acting, some of the best concepts for anime I've seen in a while. It's very deep, so you might, and very sad, so if you're not into like all the drama, you might not appreciate it enough, but I consider it completely underrated and totally worth the watch. Sword of the Stranger, one of my favorite animated films. Akira, of course. Ghost in the Shell. That was the first anime I ever watched, was Ghost in the Shell. Love Ghost in the Shell. I've been watching that movie my entire life. I'll never stop watching it. And Gundam, all Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing helped kind of decide who I was going to be for the rest of my life. Like it gave me a lot of like principles of like what's right and wrong in the world and standing up for the right things, even if it costs you your life. The Toonami movie Endless Waltz is really something I loved. Endless Waltz a lot. So on to Pokemon. So let's start. I first discovered Pokemon back in Gen 1. I'm actually pure Gen 1er. I started playing the games back in Red and Blue. They were probably defining games in my life. I met one of my best friends who we've stayed best friends for my entire life by playing Pokemon. That's kind of one thing we had in common, is how we started talking to one another. He's also on Amino as Drill Killer. Go look him up. He's not active at all. I don't know why, because I'm active-ish. I mean, I'm not the most active person on Amino, but I mean, I like to be active. That's why I'm doing this, obviously. Let's see. So we started playing Pokemon back in 1997 or 8. I forget what year it released here on the coast. I remember cracking open one of my monthly Marvel Comics and seeing advertisements for it. There were advertisements on the TV. The really popular one was the one of the bus and all the Pokemon getting on it and then jumping into the kids' game. I remember that a lot. Couple of some of my other favorite games. Huge Metal Gear Solid fan. Probably my favorite series ever. I love Metal Gear Solid more than life itself. I'd die for Metal Gear. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else. My favorite Pokemon is Tyranitar and Mega Tyranitar, obviously. Huge fan of that bad boy, as you could probably tell from my Amino page. The Daikaiju, I based the whole strategy around Tyranitar because I love using him. I'd use him even if he's the worst monster in the game, which he kind of is. He's got so many weaknesses, just a ridiculous, oh my god, a ridiculous amount of weaknesses. It takes a full strategy based around that thing to keep it alive, but it totally dominates when you do so. And it's proven pretty useful to me thus far. A couple of my other favorites is Chandelure, Mega Scizor. I've loved Scizor since the Gen 2. Gen 2 is my favorite Gen, by the way, if you couldn't tell from my blogs. If you haven't seen the blogs, you can view them on my Amino page. I have a couple, first 2 parts. I'm working on the 3rd part. I just like to get those kind of down to a T. I even critique them after they're finished. I'm one of those people who goes back and reads his own shit just because he spells everything incorrectly and uses the wrong punctuations and stuff like that. I'm kind of fancy about that. I'm also working on, if you want to check it out in the near future, how to be, or if I was a gym leader blog, which I know is old. That was an event that happened months ago, but I can't. I'm trying to do this whole thing about making this gym, and it's taken me a little bit longer than I expected it to. I love to do that kind of stuff. So I mean, I'm gonna get around to that. It'll come out pretty soon. And I also have the create your own Pokeball one that it took me a while to figure out the concept I wanted to use for my Pokeball, but I finally came up with something and I settled, and I'm writing that too. So you guys can look forward to that if you follow me. If not, then if you don't care, I don't, to each his own. Let's see what else about Pokemon. My team strategy is actually once again based around Tyranitar. I play VGC doubles. I don't do smog rules. I'm totally with Varela's on this. I'm not a very smog guy. I don't like them limiting our options or telling us how to play the game. I feel like if it's legal in VGC, then it works for me. I get steamrolled sometimes online, and I'm completely cool with that because it's like, hey man, it's a game, And if you can come up with a clever strategy, I'm all about it. A couple of my favorite YouTubers are Justin Flynn, Varelsify, and Shady Ping1. Everybody loves Shady, I think. I follow those guys regularly because they play competitively and they're pretty good, and I try to learn as much as I can. I stopped playing Pokemon for a while around Gen 4. Gen 4 kind of killed Pokemon for me. It's about the time, ironically, because I didn't know at the time, I was from Texas, and Texas is such a big state, it's hard to find people to play with. And I didn't have internet at the time because Wi-Fi was kind of just becoming a thing, and we didn't have it quite as much in a small town, Mineola, Texas. So I didn't get into Pokemon competitively until recently, after I rediscovered it with the release of Pokemon X and Y. I just got Oras, and that's what got me back in, and I bought Pokemon X and Y earlier. But I was in college when those 2 versions kind of came out, so I didn't have enough money to really invest in the Pokemon or into a game system. I didn't have a 3DS for the longest time. But Pokemon Gen 4 kind of ruined Pokemon for me, and not in a bad way. It's not that I hated the games, it just kind of was dead to me at that point. I got back into it recently because of X and Y. They really appealed to me. The new typings, the kind of competitive gameplay. I love strategic games. I love games where I can outthink an enemy, so Pokemon comes natural to me, and I really love it because of that. And now I'm a diehard Pokemon fan again, and I picked it up, and I've yet to play Pokemon Black and White, so, I don't know much about it. I'm still trying to get past the learning curve that I kind of missed for a couple years while I wasn't playing games in college, so... but I mean, kind of felt like I've done really well being on Pokemon Amino because you guys have really helped me out. All of you who have helped me with the giveaways and the information and answering questions. Big shout out to a couple of my favorite Amino people. You know who you are. that I talk to regularly. You guys are great. It's really helped me do better online competitively. Let's see. Favorite typing? If that's something you guys are interested in. My favorite typing's either probably the dark type or fire types. I love fire. Fire's interesting. My favorite color is red. It's a passionate color, and I've loved it forever. When Power Rangers was on TV, my favorite Power Ranger was the leader Red Ranger, obviously. Different adaptations, but it's always the Red Ranger with me. Some of my favorite books, I love The Repossession Mambo by Eric Garcia, who is a brilliant writer. He wrote Matchstick Man, Repossession Mambo. They made a movie about it called The Repo Men, which starred one of my favorite actors, Jude Law, which was kind of fortunate for me. I love Edgar Allan Poe stories, pretty much everything. My favorite is The Mask of the Red Death, or The Mask of the Mystique, or Mystique of Red Death, or however you say it in the French term. I'm not probably reading it properly, but I love all Edgar Allan Poe stuff. I even loved the movie The Raven because I love John Cusack, even though he did a weird take on Edgar Allan Poe, it was very romanticized and fabricated, but he wasn't trying to do like a historically accurate Edgar Allan Poe. He's just trying to do his own thing, and I respect that. I love John Cusack. Jackie Chan's another one of my favorite actors. It's really cheesy kind of guy. I love Bruce Lee too, so don't think that just because I like Jackie Chan I don't like Bruce Lee. I just love Jackie Chan because he flirts with death. He's a total beast. I can't imagine a man that just risks his life every day for someone's entertainment. Like, how can you not respect that man? And to be such a humble, like, happy, welcoming guy. Like, there's one celebrity in all of Hollywood I want to meet. I think it'd be one of these three. It'd be Jackie Chan, Anthony Hopkins, and Bruce Willis. I love those guys to death. Let's see. A little bit more. I don't know what else to say, actually, at this point, in this juncture. So I've got nothing. I think that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching this vlog. I'm just doing this to kind of give you guys a sense of the real me. Since most of you probably don't know who I am anyway, this is kind of pointless because I'm not like the most followed person or the most active person on Amino. I just thought that this would be kind of something fun, a way to kind of grow in the community. Because I do love the Amino community. I just, I work all the time. I work 2 jobs, so it's tough trying to make a living. I have my own place now with a couple of great roommates who are out of the house right now, which is why I'm filming this, because if they weren't out of the house, I probably wouldn't have the balls to sit here and talk to a camera for like a good 2 hours trying to come up with shit to say to you guys. So they think I'm the weirdest dude, by the way. I mean, they're great guys, but they know me. I'm just a quirky, little skinny nothing, so. But, anyway, take care, guys, and I hope you have a lovely day, and, feel free to battle me if you'd like at any time, or trade with me, or whatever you feel like doing. I'm online majority of the time. There might be some days where I'm completely inactive or can't communicate with people. It's not because I don't want to, it's because I'm probably at work doing stuff. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys. Oh, Joe accepted my stuff. Cool. New friends. Your friends are good, too. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with my information. You could probably read that backwards, I would hope, because I probably can't, and I would hope you'd be okay with that. Hit me up online. It's my friend code. Add me if you'd like. Let's battle sometime if you do, because I do like a good competition. If you got some really interesting strategies, just go ahead and steamroll me. I'm not a jealous person. I'm completely cool with losing, and I think that just seeing really great strategies is enough for me. That's kind of why I watch as much Pokemon VGC as I do. Alright, guys. Well, take it easy and have yourselves a great day.